Everyone, in today's session we will see one more practice program and we will see how to remove duplicate values from list and print list with only unique values. So now let's say we know that in a list there can be a duplicate values and we will see how to remove such duplicate values from list and print list with only unique values. So that is my requirement. So in interview, it might be asked how we can remove duplicate values from a list to print list with only unique values. Now, this is a simple example. So let's say I have a list, my list like this. In my list, if you see, there are some duplicate values also are present. Now, as per my requirement, I want to print only the unique list items. So I want to print a list which will contain only the unique item from the my list. So it should remove all the duplicate items. That is the requirement. So it should remove all the duplicate items from my list and we want to print only the unique list items. Now let's see programmatically how we can do that. So I'm just going to PyCharm. Let's create a new Python file. I'm naming it as unique list. So we have created a Python file. After creating the Python file, let's take the same example. So I'm just copying this my list. So from this list, I want to remove all the duplicate values. I want to remove the duplicate values and print only the unique values in the form of a list. So how we can do that? For that, what I will do, I will first create one list, that is a blank list. I am creating one blank list, that is the name of blank list is unique underscore list. You can give any name. It's just a name of that list which is basically blank currently. This is a blank list having no items in it. And along with that, what I will do, I am going to create one set as well for storing all the duplicate items. So I am just naming it as duplicate items set. So it will be of set data type. It will be of set data type. So this is the blank set which we have created and I have named it as duplicate underscore items. After that, what we will do, we will iterate through each item one by one. So we will use one for loop in which we are going to iterate through each and every element and we are going to see or we are going to check whether that element is present in this duplicate item set. If it is present in the duplicate items, that means it is not unique. So we will not add that to this unique list. But if it is not present in the duplicate item set, that means it is a unique item and we will append that into this blank list. So that is the logic. So for that, first what we have to do, we have to simply write one for loop. For x in my list. So we are using a simple for loop. So one by one, every item from this my list is going to be stored in the x. And after that, what we will do, we are going to use if x. So what we are going to do, we are going to check if x is not in, if x is not in duplicate items. If it is not present in duplicate items, that means it is unique. So what we will do, we will simply use unique list. We are going to append that into unique list. I will just use unique list dot append method in which we are going to append that value if that x value is not present in duplicate items. And we know that set cannot contain duplicate items as well. So in the first iteration, what will happen? And along with that, what we will do, we will simply add that item into duplicate item set. dot add x. So we will see the flow like this, and after that we can simply print unique list. So I am just going to show you the flow as well. So how it will work is, in the first iteration, so what will happen in first iteration? For x in my list, what is the x value for the first iteration? It will be 1. So for 1 in my list, if 1 not in duplicate items, so initially duplicate items is empty, that means 1 is not in duplicate items. Is it true? Yes, that condition matches. So what it will do, it will append unique list dot append. So it will append that x value, that is 1, into unique list. So now what unique list will become now is, so it will become like this. So 1 will be presented inside the unique list. At the same time, that 1 is added into duplicate item set as well. So in the set data type also it will become like this. So that 1 will be added in the duplicate items in the first iteration. Now the next iteration. What is the next item? 2. 2 will be stored inside x. Then we will check if 2 not in duplicate items. Again it is true, because 2 is not present in duplicate items. If you see, 2 is not present in duplicate items. Then what we will do, we will again append that value into unique list. So now it will become like this, 1, 2. Unique list become 1, 2. At the same time, duplicate items dot add x. So that value we are adding in the set as well. It will contain 2 as well. In the next iteration now. Now the next iteration, what is the next value? 3. So 3 will be stored in x, and again it will check if 3 not in duplicate items. If you see, 3 is not present in duplicate items. It is again true. So it will again append that 3 value into unique list. So unique list become 1, 2, 3. It will again add that value in duplicate item set. So it is like now this one. Now next iteration, 4. Again 4 will be stored in x. So 4 not in duplicate items, again it is true, because it will again append that value here. Similarly, it will add that value in duplicate item set as well. So now it becomes like this. Now the next iteration comes, and if you see, now again value is 4. For 4 will be stored in x. So it will see if 4 not in duplicate items. Now see the condition, if 4 not in duplicate items, but in this time 4 is already present in duplicate item set. So this condition become false, because 4 is present. So it will not append that value anywhere, right? So it will not append that value into unique list. It will also not try to add that value in duplicate item. So it will not enter in this loop. It will not execute these two statements. It will go for next value. What is the next value again? 2. It will again check if 2 not in duplicate items. Again this condition is not matching, because 2 is present in duplicate items. So again it will skip these two statements, and it will move forward to next value, that is 3. For 3 also it is present in duplicate items. So it will not append that value in unique list, and it will not add that value in duplicate item set. So on, it will check for each and every element from the my list, and at the end it is going to print unique list, which will contain only the unique items. So now let's execute this file and let's see the output. If you see, this is the output, which contains only the unique values. If you see, this is the output which is printing only the unique values. So this is how we can simply remove all the duplicate values from list and print the list with unique values. So this is how we have performed it. So this is the logic. Thank you for watching this video.